All right, we're going to give it just a couple seconds here and make sure if anybody needs to get logged on, they get logged on, check things out. Make sure if you happen to have Mr. Kiewit's number, if you're at home, let him know how I sound or if you can hear me, and he can make those adjustments. All right, so we'll get things started. Thanks for coming. Also, thanks parents, families at home that are out there viewing. Like I said, hopefully you can hear me fine. If not, let Mr. Kiewit know. If you happen to have his number, text him, let him know how I sound, and we'll continue to get this going. How's it going, Jane? Welcome. Don't worry, the clock has already started. They got a timer on me, so we'll be good. So, all right, so a lot to celebrate. It's awesome to see everybody here together. I've already heard some rumblings like, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you again, those sorts of things. And we're going to enjoy some time together, celebrate some successes, a lot of the hard work that you guys put in, and just reminisce about the season a little bit and get some awards out to you guys. So, like I said, thanks for tuning in with everything. And we have a lot to be proud of this year, especially out of all these years. We look back at things. This is most definitely just in general with the logistics of things. It was a tough year just doing some of the normal routines that we used to do, but we made some great adaptations to just what we did. And the big thing is we got to be together. We got to practice. We got to compete. You guys got to be in school. And with that, we got to have a successful season. And that all is a credit to you guys. It's credit to the time and the efforts that you guys put into stuff and doing a sport that most definitely challenges you. And just thank you for those, the patience, the flexibility with the changes that we had to make to get through this COVID season with just everything. Thank you. There's a lot of things that I had to take out of the year or have to say no to. It wasn't fun to have to do that, but you guys were great when it came to making those changes. So thank you for that. Really this season, it started a year ago. It started as we finished the 2019 year and we headed into the winter. A credit to a lot of us. Last winter was a big success for us where we had a lot of kids running over the winter time. Transition into the springtime. We got about a month of the track season in and we're gearing up for the other spring sports, and all of a sudden things got shut down and we were on our own for a while. And we all know those feelings. We all know where we were at during that time. And then things transitioned into the summertime. We weren't able to get started right away together, but then July 1 hit. We're able to get back into the weight rooms, have group runs going again, getting back together. Baseball, softball seasons were going on. And then all of a sudden, August hits, and officially the season started. And I'm sure a lot were super relieved to be able to start. And you guys hear me say this all the time. Always finish what you started. And we were very fortunate to be able to finish what we started back in August. There's some states, some programs within this state that weren't able to finish their seasons. And you guys got to finish what you started. And especially for you seniors, that's super meaningful that you got to start and finish and be a part of your senior year. I know it's important to you to do as many activities and be a part of as much stuff as you can. And hopefully you really thought that through of what that meant for you and what you got out of it. So, and we entered August. We had 42 cross-country runners of all abilities, all personalities, all different types of backgrounds, and we came together in August and we started working on our season. And when we look through the things that we accomplished, we have a lot to be proud of. And a lot of things were thrown at you. We talked about that a little bit earlier, and you guys responded really well to all the different ups and downs that we went through throughout the season. And, I challenged you through cross country to be the good. And what that meant is being the best version of yourself, being the best team that we could be. definitely rose to that occasion and did your best, and we had a lot of success. And I challenge you to still continue to be the good. And the reason we came up with that back in the summer was we were going through so many hard times and seeing so many tough things, situations going around in our world, and we were continuing to see that. And as we move forward through this school year, through our lives ahead, I still am going to challenge you guys to be the good in our world, okay? Not just in our cross-country program, not just at Dike New Hartford schools, but be the good in our world from from moving forward from where you are today. Continue to be the good, because we need that. And you guys most definitely did that throughout the year. We created many memories. You heard me say that a lot. We were about creating memories. And you did that through people and places that running took you through. And the hard part is running in our sport. And we've talked about that, about how challenging it can be, all those sorts of things. But you guys tackle things, you attack it, you look at things, you push through them, you take yourself to places that you've never been before, and you do that through hard work. And the fun part about it is, and I think we all can attest to this, is we get to do it together. And again, it goes back to being together. And last spring, unfortunately, we didn't get to be together. And we got to be together this fall. And I hope you take those memories with you. It's not going to be the first places, the personal records maybe, the championships, the going to state that you're always going to remember. It's the memories with each other, with the friends that you made through this sport. And what's neat about cross country is how we all get to come together. And a lot of you have made these comments before. You wouldn't have talked to a lot of these people if you weren't out for cross country. If it's juniors, seniors, sophomores, freshmen, a lot of you wouldn't know each other if you didn't decide to make that decision to be a part of Dike New Hartford cross country. And I hope you can take these friendships with you, not only through your high school careers, but also through life as you move forward after high school. So a lot of great things. So some thanks for making our season happening here. Most of you have heard these thank yous before. Some of you, we got some new faces that we're going to thank that are in our school district. But to make a season go, it takes a lot of people. So first off, thanks to our administration, Mr. Stockdale, Mr. Druvinga, Mr. Eichmeyer, our secretaries, Sarah, Annie, and Julie. Transportation, Annie, Mr. Parker, he drove us to most of our meets. Mr. Kiewit, he drove us to a few. Also, thanks to Mr. Kiewit for getting this live stream up and going for us. This isn't something normal that we do, but him and Chad do a great job of setting up these things, especially on the fly. So I want to thank them. Fox Ridge for our practices, being able to go out there. It's honestly a privilege to be able to go out there. They do a great job of letting us just go out there as long as I give them a heads up. Same with our meet, being able to host a meet on a golf course. They're super easy to work with things and flexible, so thanks to Fox Ridge. Parents, thanks for the chance to coach your son and daughters. If it wasn't for you guys and the support you give your kids and the encouragement you give your kids, we wouldn't be able to have them a part of the program. And you guys, parents, you do a great job of that. Same with going to our meets. Most of our parents, those are our fans. They're our student section. They're our mom section. They're our dad section. They're everything, okay? So parents, you do a great job of supporting our kids, cheering everybody on, not just your own child, but also the whole entire team, and we super appreciate that. To our coaches, Coach Haley Luna, being a part of our staff for the first year this year, we're super thankful for you and everything that you've done for us with the experiences you brought from high school, college, and with the athletic training stuff. You did a fantastic job of helping every single kid on our team with a lot of things, and we super appreciate that. Also, Coach Jacob Luna, we appreciate him as well for all of what he's done, all the support he gives the kids as well, getting to know them, giving them tips and stuff like that. So thanks, Jacob, as well. And most importantly, You guys, the runners, you guys, you're the ones that are doing the work. You're the ones that make this program what it is. If it's not for you and a lot of you, we don't have a cross-country program that has as much heart and as much desire and as much strength as what it does without you guys. And you guys do such a great job of coming to work every day. The attitudes, especially this year, were fantastic. Really one of my favorite years to coach. Came to practice every single day, looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing every kid, talking to every kid, seeing where they want to go with their goals, seeing how far they want to push themselves. And that's a credit to you guys. But I can't thank you enough. Seriously, most of you are running, doing something that you don't necessarily enjoy. But when you're all said and done with your run, you look back at it, you're proud of yourself. You gave it your all, and every single day, you guys are taking yourself places. You really are. Through the hard work, you've heard me say it a million times, running's not going to be the most difficult thing you do in your life, okay? But you guys are the reason Dykner-Hartford Cross Country is what it is, and you guys are the one making sacrifices, and we hope to continue those things as well as we move forward. But super proud of you. We have a lot to, I guess, especially be thankful and grateful for. But again, most definitely, most grateful and thankful for you guys and what you do. Okay, you guys really do fuel each other's fire. You guys help each other out. You support each other, and that's what it's about. And you get to know each other and take each other to different places and make those memories. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I ain't never seen two pretty best friends. All right, fun events. All right. I got set up to say that. I don't know from who, but I got set up to say that. Mary Claire McCarter. I didn't pull it off. What? Oh, geez. I don't even know what it means, and why did I say it? If you got any questions on that, talk to Mary Claire. I don't know what I just said and why. She told me to write it down and say it, so I did. All right, so some fun things to look back on. Iowa trips. Okay, we didn't get to go to Colorado, unfortunately, this year, but we made do with the best that we could from just everything with the Iowa trips that we got to do. So we look back at that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The bike workout, New Hartford, the hot practice where you guys were running through the sprinklers, charades with the kids at junior high camp, the 1 mile time trial. There was 21 personal records that day. The Charles City meet getting canceled for heat. Mr. Reingart being a little crazy, figuring out a late time to host a scrimmage at Wartburg. It was hot, the sun was setting, and there was a full moon outside. I think we'll all remember that evening. Glow stick run on a Friday morning practice. Perfect weather for the South Hardin-Eldora meet, which we all appreciate good weather on that day. The Labor Day dirt trail run in Cedar Falls. The rainy week that we had during, it was the senior night on Friday night football game that week where it rained pretty much the whole entire week. The interval practice in New Hartford where we had music cranked out on the track. The Riddle Destination long run where Mr. Reingart purposely didn't tell you guys how far we were going to run on purpose because I think a few people would have faked some injuries that day. Dodgeball and donut Friday practice. Coach Reingart theme practice, that was awesome. Let's see what else. The Frost Cold homecoming practice with full moon and sunrise, and Loggy riding Ian as a horse. I will always remember that. I don't know if you guys remember that, where Mason was riding Ian all the way back to the school. Remember that, Loggy? What else? Saturday, Wartburg meet, Wolverine invite, being able to be on our home course. The Pfeiffer October run, those JV girls with the sticks. I still don't know what the heck was going on with that. I probably don't need to know. The spaghetti practice at Fox Ridge. Photo run warm-up. As always, the senior speeches were fantastic. Halloween practice with the costumes and the pumpkins. The conference meet, JV girls being first for the third year in a row, varsity girls fourth, boys, varsity boys sixth, and the JV boys sixth. The week of districts, we did some chasers out on the street in the pouring rain. District meet was in the rain, cold, cloudy, windy. The girls placed second, qualified for state. Boys ran strong and got a fifth place showing. The New Hartford photo run that we did during state week. And then the state meet, obviously, to kind of cap things off with the different costumes, even a couple of our girls in those T-Rex costumes. The wind, the tent blowing away, the girls placed in 11th, and Taylor placed in 14th. So a lot of fun memories, and I'm sure you guys have a million other memories that you can think back on. And just take a second, take a few minutes and, tonight, tomorrow, whatever it might be, and think back on some of those memories and really hold them close to you, okay? We're, again, just thanks for a great season. We're going to move on to the individual stuff. Whoops. And we're going to do this a little differently. Normally, I would call up the different grade levels. We'd come up here, say a little bit about each other, but we're not going to go through all of that this year. Seniors, we will get you up here. We will get the seniors up here. So we'll just go through the roster quickly. Freshmen, Andrew Jones, Trey Jervinga, Drew Peterson, Roselle Wardell, Izzy Houts, June Volding, Miranda Tyler. Sophomores, Tyler Nistel, Shaden Loger, Levi Adolphs, Mason Crow, Bryce Peterson, Caden Gray, Brett Fisher, Megan Griffith, Ella Costello, Kayla Klingenberg, Mary Claire McCarter, Caitlin Roeder, Madison Teal, Allie Steffen. Juniors, Jacob Gibbs, Sawyer Wibben, Ian Steffen, Parker Lotwiesen, Jared Lotz, Louis Fetkether, Zoe Callan, Alana Corwin, and Taylor Qualley. So now we're going to move on to our seniors. Seniors, when I call you out one at a time, you guys can come up kind of front row and center. Mr. Kiewit will adjust camera need be here, so we'll be good to go with that. All right, so let's get Braden Claude up here. All right, so Braden Claude, this is his third year with us. He's really stepped up as a leader this year. He's a quiet, humble kid, but he likes to work hard. He's got a lot to offer, and super excited for him and his future just by his leadership and his character and who he is. Hopefully, he'll give track a little try possibly in the springtime, as we saw in those interval practices. He does have some speed that he's been hiding from us for a little bit. So congratulations, Braden. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, Mason Loggy. Loggy, come on up. All right, so Mason, lots to say about this kid, and he most definitely has lots to say as well, as we all know. But biggest thing I've been proud of with Mason, again, is just how he's grown as a person from his, I'll even say, 8th grade year in junior high to where he is today. And it's not just about running, getting better, but it's his, your character, your personality, and everything. And I've really seen, and I think we all can say we've seen Mason grow up over the years. But his senior speech really put things into perspective on what he gained out of cross country, and it's something that I'll always remember. So thank you, Mason, for a great senior year and a great career. All right. Jenna Joslin. All right, Jenna, first year cross country runner for us. She did a great job adjusting into the running part of things, even though it wasn't easy. What'd you say? You never ran a mile before? Something like that. Never ran more than a mile, and then decides to go out for cross country her senior year. And seriously, she did it with a lot of courage. She did it being very brave, and she obviously showed a lot of progression towards the end of the year and adapting to being able to run further. We all can remember the South Tama meet, I think, where there's a little bump in the road there. But we did a great job rebounding from that moment on, and she helped a lot of our teammates out in general with things. So thank you, Jenna. All right, Paula, come on up. Paula, she joins us from Spain. She's our foreign exchange student, and it's been great to get to know her and a little bit more about her family, her interests and stuff like that over this season. She's done a great job of getting to know you guys, intermixing with you guys. I think you've all probably taught her how crazy we are here in America. No better group to do that than a group of cross-country runners to show some people what America is all about, right? But Paula, we wish you the luck with the rest of your school year, and thank you for a great season. Alexis Jensen, come on up. Alexis, she hit it kind of spot on, I guess, with, it was either her goals or her speech or something like that, where she talked about being consistent. Alexis most definitely has been a consistent hard worker in running in anything that she's done, and her, I guess, running career and looking back at what she's accomplished speaks for that as well. She's three-time, been on 3 state teams, and just worked hard, showed up to work every single day. I'll remember her as one of those 5 a.m. summer workout kids that came ready to work, smile on her face. Didn't matter what time of day it is or what the conditions were. She was ready to work, and that was always there. So thank you, Alexis, for a great senior year. Jaden Bennett. All right, so Jaden, it's been most definitely fun to see you grow in your confidence over the years. She's accomplished a lot, not just always in just like the awards and stuff like that, but within herself. She's pushed herself through getting herself to and through to this senior year with things. And the cool part is she's a 2-time individual qualifier and also a 3-time running as part of the team at the state meet as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing Jaden on the track this spring, and thanks, Jaden. Emily Ballhagen, come on up. All right, Emily, she's always been one to have some fun with this sport, always comes with a good attitude. What I like about her is she takes care of her teammates. She always interacts with them. Seems like she's very supportive of everybody and encourages her teammates, but she also, I think, encourages herself and pushes herself on a daily basis, and excited to see her go through her senior year and where she ends up after this. So great job, Emily. Asia Klingenberg. All right, Asia. So Asia this year really turned things on, and I don't know if it's the training or if it was just her mental side of things on how she wanted to push herself. But Asia really had an amazing senior year. Not that she didn't her first 3 years of high school, but you could tell she was focused and she really put herself out there and wanted to do better than what she ever has in her running career. And she earned the opportunity to be an alternate on our state team this year. And nobody else did that besides her, okay? Nobody else besides her was the person that made her go to work, made her do the work that was expected, to take herself and push herself. She was the one that chose to make that decision. So really appreciate her work ethic, especially this year, because it really showed how hard work can make a difference in somebody. And I think she was really proud of her accomplishments as well. So good job, Asia. All right, Sierra Loger. All right, so Sierra, what I wrote down here, where she is, there's always music, it seems. And as she's saying, yeah, right now. But she always enjoys making I guess, music or listening to music, I should say, but she's done a nice job working hard over the last 6 years and getting better in cross country. I think she really enjoyed this year being kind of in charge of her pod a little bit and those JV girls and stuff, but she's got a lot to be proud of. She's been a part of all 3 teams that have gone to state as well, so she's had a lot of experiences with that group, but again, just what always reminds me of Sierra is, I guess, that music that I always would see her either listening to if it was on her bike when she was on that bike workout. I think she knows what I'm talking about on that one. You remember that? Maybe. That certain song that was playing when we'll talk about it later. Yeah, I'm not singing. But Sierra's done a great job with things, so thank you, Sierra. All right, Jane Alderts, come on up. Jane, she's had quite the cross-country career with things. And when I think about Jane, I really think about a lot of different things here. So freshman year, she came in ready to run, I guess, maybe not ready to run, but she had some struggles early, okay? Maybe it was confidence, but then it also turned into some injuries and stuff like that. But she always still hung around. She always came willing to come to practice, put in the work and stuff, but she had some injuries sophomore and junior year that didn't allow her to run very much during the actual season part of things. Then she got healthy and put together one of her best summers of training, and all of a sudden had this amazing senior cross-country season. And it's a credit to her putting in the work over the summer, and I can remember her making the comment of, why didn't I do this earlier? And she's going to be one that I'll always use for example moving forward with a lot of different groups, because if you put in the time, you put in the effort, you care about it, you're going to have success that's going to follow you. So thanks, Jane, for an amazing cross-country season and career. Katie Houts. All right, Katie, what comes to mind is always just a hard worker, willing to put her head down and do what's expected. She, I think, enjoys running. She does it a lot. What you can count on is Katie to put in the work that you give her, and she's going to do it. She's going to do it with her teammates. She's going to do it with her sister, her family, and everything like that. But the hard work really stands out in her just willing to step up and do the job that's expected. And she's had an amazing career with us. Been a part of 3 state teams as well. We'll miss having her around as we move forward with things. But thanks, Katie, for an amazing cross-country season and career. And last one here, last one. All right, Haley Wenzel. I think I'm not missing anybody else, am I? Seniors, is that it? All right, so Haley, she's also another one that we'll never forget here in Dike New Hartford cross-country history. People might say, why? She's never been to state. She's never did this. She's never done that. But yeah, she has. She's put in the time, the effort. When I think about all those core values that we've talked about with things, she's a definition of every single one of those. She's came to work. She's put in the effort. She has the right attitude. She knows how to communicate. She's got the positive energy. She loves everything about the sport. She loves everything about her teammates. And that's something that hopefully when you guys look at Haley and you think about Haley, you can take 1 or 2 of those characteristics and put it into play with things. This year, unfortunately, she had some things that limited her from running, but I had to look back. Do you remember your first cross-country meet? You remember your time? Yeah, I think it was 36 minutes was her first 5K time, and then all of a sudden she's running 24s, 25, so she's cut off over 10, 11 minutes off her times when she first ran. And again, it doesn't just happen. It happens when people care. It happens when people put the time and effort into things and support people in the right way. And she's cared about the program. She's cared about you. So thanks, Haley, for an amazing cross-country year and career. Last thing, seniors, I want to thank you just as a whole. As you can see, there's a lot of bodies up here. We're going to miss every single one of you. You won't be replaced, okay? You won't be replaced, but hopefully we can find some more numbers to fill in. But all of your efforts, all your characteristics that you guys have shown, the leadership you've given these guys, hopefully it's passed on to the next group of seniors and they can take it with them. I can think about you guys as freshmen of where we were with the program, and you guys have helped turn it around. You've helped us climb back up that mountain, and we're going to continue those things for you guys. Okay, so you've left a big impact. So I want to thank you as a whole entire group. Thanks for your efforts with everything. So great job, seniors. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, last thing here. Hopefully we're done in less than 4 minutes. How am I doing? 34 minutes? It's not bad. 29? I told Mr. Kiewit an hour, and he gave me a crazy look, so... All right, so here we go. So where do we head from here? Okay, where do we head from here? So as this will be quick, and then we'll get you guys out of here. But first, it starts with just a reminder on being a multi-sport athlete, okay, or a multi-activity person. Okay, where you're out for a lot of different things. And I can't challenge you enough to get a part of everything at our school. When you think of the clubs, you think about the sports, you think about the programs you can be a part of. The more things you're a part of, the more success you're going to have, the more friends you're going to meet, the more organized you're going to be, hopefully. I know it can be kind of chaotic being a part of a lot of different things on your organization. But in general, the more you're a part of, the more successful you're going to be, but the more memories you're going to have. You get one chance to be a kid. You get one chance to be a kid. Then all of a sudden, I think seniors can already relate to this just a little bit with the season being over, but it goes fast. It goes too fast. And when we look at the world that we're in right now, where things can easily, that we've probably taken for granted, be taken away from us, you got to appreciate each opportunity that you get to be that kid and that you get to do things with people like you around each other. So being out for as much stuff as you can is going to help you out. Winter running, like I said last year, the group that took charge of that, you guys did a spectacular job, the best that we've ever done at Dike New Hartford. People are always like, how do we get Denver? How do we get Hudson? How do we get those guys? Well, they run. They run. They run. If you want to have them start chasing us, we got to run as well. And, you know, a lot of us always come into the season and say, oh, I should have done this, or I wish I would have done that. Yep. Remember, you don't get that time back. Tomorrow's a new day. Yesterday is an old day, and you can't do anything about yesterday. You can only do something about tomorrow. Okay, so make sure, and I'll talk to some of the underclassmen on what days they want to start some group runs. Obviously, with things going on, like with weight room being closed right now, things are back to being a little difficult. Okay, it goes back to you got to appreciate the opportunities when they're here, and you got to take advantage because you never know when things are going to be shut down or taken from us. Okay, so make sure that if you're not out for something in the wintertime, you're staying active. And the best way to do it is to get outside. And this weather this week is amazing. It's already going to be 50s. They're talking 65 degrees on Thursday. It's easier to get out into it now than to all of a sudden start trying to get outside when it's 15 degrees. If you get outside in 30-degree weather, all of a sudden it doesn't feel so bad when it's a certain degree, okay, outside. The more you stay out in it, the more your body's going to acclimate to those things. So wouldn't be a bad idea to start running this week for most of us. Girls state team, it's been 2 weeks. The rest of us, it's been 3, 4, or 5 weeks since we've last probably done much, okay? The weightlifting stuff, I'll keep you updated on status of the weight room as this week progresses. There's a board meeting on Wednesday, I think, about some of that stuff. The governor came out with some new stuff today. So it is a challenging time where it goes back to you have to do it. And the beauty of running is use your resources. You can run in driveways, you can run in parking lots, you can run on trails, you can run on roads, you can run on trails. If it's important to you, you'll find a way to do it. If it's not important to you, you'll find a way to not do it, okay? So being active with that. Springtime, make sure that you're out for something in the springtime, and then we'll enter our summer training with stuff. So I challenge you guys to be active. We return a lot of people for next year. There's a lot of excitement that we bring back. There's a lot of new faces, and again, strength in numbers. The more people you can get out, the more success that we're going to have. And I know there's been a lot of people throughout the season are like, oh, I've talked to so-and-so, and they might come out, or they're going to come out, and so forth. Keep talking to people. Keep encouraging people. The more people we have out, the more fun we have, the more memories we have. People and places are the most important parts of what we are in Dike New Hartford cross country. Okay? Questions? Loggy? Got a team break? One last one, Loggy? Might as well. Hey, and I guess before Loggy gets a team break here, seriously, you need to grab a packet, and then you need to grab your stuff. There's a couple of you I've talked to that were missing a few things I've noticed when I set these out, so we'll make sure we get those to you, but make sure you don't leave without your stuff up here, okay? You guys got questions? We good? All right, thank you. Thank you for viewing at home. This was totally different doing it this way, but hopefully you guys still have a little bit of your evening left. And stop.